Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Merit Academy's production of The Diary of Anne Frank. We would like to remind you to be seated throughout the first and second act. It will be very distracting to the cast and audience to come and go during the production. Please turn off your cell phones. The emergency exits are to your right, towards the back, on the right and left side of the stage. The restrooms are down the hall next to the water fountain. Please keep the wrappers of your concessions quiet when eating during the show. There will be a 15-minute intermission. For more information about Anne and her friends, visit www.annefrank.org. And now, Merit Academy Theatre presents The Diary of Anne Frank.
Are you all right, Mr. Frank?
Yes, me. Yes.
Everyone in the office has gone home. It's after 6. Don't stay up here, Mr. Frank. What's the use of torturing yourself like this?
I've come to say goodbye, me. I must leave this place.
What do you mean? Where are you going? Where?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
But Mr. Frank, you can't leave here. This is your home. Amsterdam is your home. Your business is here waiting for you. You're needed here. Now that the boys over there
I can't stay in Amsterdam, me. It has too many memories for me. Everywhere there's something. It's the house we lived in. It's the school. Even the children playing out there. I'm not the person you used to know me. I'm a better old man. Forgive me. I shouldn't speak to you like this. After all that you've done for us. The suffering.
No. No, it wasn't suffering. You can't say we suffered.
I know what you went through. You and Mr. Crawler. Remember it as long as I live. Come along, Meep.
Mr. Frank, did you see? There are some of your papers here. We found them in a heap of rubbish on the floor after you left.
Burn them.
But Mr. Frank, there are letters, notes.
Burn them. All of them.
Burn this?
Anna's diary. Monday, 6th of July, 1942. 1942. Is it possible, Meep? Only 3 years ago. Dear Diary, since you and I are going to be great friends, I'll start by telling you about myself. My name is Anna Frank. I am 13 years old. I was born in Germany on the 12th of June 1929. As my family is Jewish, we immigrated to Holland when Hitler came to power. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940. Then the war came, and the Dutch defeat, followed by the arrival of the Germans. Then things got very bad for the Jews.
You could not do this, and you could not do that. They forced father out of his business, and we had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn in my bike. I couldn't go to a Dutch school anymore. I couldn't go to the movies, or ride in an automobile, or even on a streetcar, and a million other things. But somehow, we children still managed to have fun. Yesterday, father told me we were going into hiding. Where, he wouldn't say. At 5 o'clock this morning, mother woke me and told me to hurry and get dressed. I was to put on as many clothes as I could. It would look too suspicious if we walked along the streets carrying suitcases. It wasn't until we were on our way that I learned where we were going. Our hiding place was to be upstairs, in the building where father used to have his business. 3 other people were coming in with us. The Van Dams and their son Peter. Father knew the Van Dams, but we have never met them.
Something's happened to them, I know it.
No, Caroline.
Mr. Frank said they'd be here by 7 o'clock. He said.
They have 2 miles to walk. You can't expect that
They've been picked up? That's what happens, they've been taken.
You see?
Mr. Van Dam, Mrs. Van Dam. There were too many of the green police on the streets. We had to take the long way around.
I see.
That is my wife, Edith.
Hello.
Mr. and Mrs. Van Dam. Their son, Peter. Those are my 2 daughters, Margot and Anna.
I'm sorry there's just so much confusion.
Please, don't think of it. After all, we'll have plenty of leisure to arrange everything ourselves.
Of course.
And I put some of your favorite pictures in your room. Mrs. Frank, I put the frozen food juice upstairs, and I made up the beds the way Mr. Frank and Mr. Collar said. These belong in the kitchen, and the rest are in there.
Thank you.
Forgive me, I have to hurry. I've got to go to the other side of town to pick up some ration books for you.
Ration books. If they see our names on the ration books, they know we're up here.
Don't worry, your names won't be on them. I'll be updated.
By me?
Thank you, Meep.
Well, it's illegal then, the ration books? You've never done anything illegal.
We won't be living exactly according to regulations here.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market. Helping those hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out in Amsterdam.
It's Sylvester time.
I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs in the office before the workmen arrive. Me, or I, or both of us will be up here each day to bring you food and news and to find out what your needs are. Tomorrow I will get you a better boat for the door at the foot of the stairs. It needs to be one you can show yourself and only at our signal. You'll tell them about the noise?
I'll tell them.
Goodbye then for the moment. I'll come back later after the workmen leave.
How can we thank you?
Never thought I'd see the day when a man like Mr. Frank would have to go into hiding. When you think about it, it is a very strange thing to put another race into oppression. Very, very strange.
What did he mean about the noise?
First, let's take off some of these clothes.
You know, each of us we went arrested, walking along the streets. Petronella with that fur coat in July. And that cat of Peter's who was crying the whole way.
A cat? Oh, Anna. Oh, Anna, please.
It's all right. I've got on 3 more.
Come right back, Anna. Now, about the noise. While the men are in the building below, we must have complete quiet. Every sound can be heard down there. Not only in the workrooms, but in the offices too. The men come about 8:30 and leave about 5:30. So to be perfectly safe, from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, we must move only when it's necessary, and then in stocking feet. We cannot speak above a whisper. We must not run any water. We cannot use the sink, or even, forgive me, the WC. So pipes go down to that. It would be heard. No trash must ever be thrown out, which might... It's all right. We're safe. No trash must ever be thrown out which might reveal that someone is living here. Not even a potato parent. We must burn everything in the stove at night. This is the way we must live until it is over, if we are to survive.
Until it is over.
After 6, we can move about. We'll talk and laugh and read and play games, just like we would at home. Now I think it would be wise if we all went to our rooms and got settled before 8 o'clock. Mrs. Van Dam, you and your husband will be upstairs. I regret that there's no room in there for Peter, but he'll be in the attic near you. This is our common room, where we will meet to talk and read and eat, like one family.
And where do you and Mrs. Frank sleep?
Room is also our bedroom.
Well, it's
That
your
isn't
place.
right. Will takes this room and you takes the room upstairs.
Please. I've thought this out for weeks. It's the best arrangement. It's the only arrangement.
Never. Never can we thank you, Mr. Frank. I don't know what we would have done without the help of Mr. Frank.
Oh, please. You don't know how your husband helped me when I came to this country. Knowing no one, not able to speak the language. I can never repay him for that. May I help you with your things?
No. Come along.
You'll be alright, Peter. You're not afraid.
Please, mother.
You too must have some rest, Edith. Didn't close your eyes last night. Nor you, Margaret.
I slept, Father. Is it that funny? I knew it was the last night in my own bed, and yet I slept soundly.
I'm glad. Now you'll be able to help me straighten things in here. Come with me. You and Margaret will rest in this room for the time being.
Well, are you sure? I could help, really. Oh, and Anna hasn't had her milk.
I'll give it to her. Anna? Peter? It's best you take your shoes off now, before you forget.
Now, are you sure you're all right, Anna? You're not tired? I feel fine. I'm going to help Father. All right. Here is her milk. Peter, I'm glad you are to be with us.
Yes, Mrs. Frank.
What's your cat's name?
Bushi?
Rushi. Rushi. I love cats. I have one. A darling little cat. But they made me leave her behind. I left some food and I wasn't able to take care of her. I'm going to miss her terribly. What's yours, him or her?
He's a Tom. He doesn't like strangers.
So then I'll have to stop being a stranger, won't I? Is he fixed?
Huh?
Did you have him fixed?
No.
Oh, you ought to have him fixed. To keep him from fighting. Where did you go to school?
Jewish secondary?
But that's what Margaret and I know. I never saw you around.
I used to see you. Sometimes.
You did?
In the schoolyards, but you were always in the middle of a bunch of kids.
Why didn't you ever come over?
I'm sort of a lone wolf.
What are you doing?
Taking it off?
But you can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go out without your star.
Who's going out?
Why, of course! You're right. Of course we don't need them anymore. I wonder what our friend will think when we don't show up today.
I didn't have any dates with anyone.
Oh, I did. I had a date with Yopi Dwell this afternoon to play ping pong at her house. Do you know Yopi Dwell?
No.
Yopi's my best friend. I wonder what she'll think when she telephones and there's no answer. She'll probably go over to the house. I wonder what she'll think. We left everything as if we'd suddenly been called away. Breakfast, dishes in the sink, beds not made. Look, it's still there. What are you going to do with yours?
Burn it?
It's funny. I can't throw mine away. I don't know why.
You can't throw something they branded you with. That they made you wear so they could spit on you?
I know. But after all, it is the Star of David, isn't it?
Maybe it's different for a girl.
Forgive me, Peter. Let me see. We must find a bed for your cat. I'm glad you've brought your cat. Anna was feeling so badly about hers. Oh, here we are. Will it be comfortable in this?
Yes. Thank you.
Right over there is your room. But I warn you, Peter, you can't grow any more. Not 1 inch. or you'll have to sleep with your feet out the skylight. Are you hungry?
No.
We have some bread and butter.
No, thank you.
You can have it for lunch then. Tonight we'll have a real supper. Our first supper together.
Thanks. Thanks.
That's a nice boy, Peter.
He's awfully shy, isn't he?
You'll like him, I know.
I certainly hope so, because he's the only boy I'm likely to see for months and months.
Anna's that box there. Could you open it?
You know what I'm going to see it here? I'm going to see it at a boarding house. A very peculiar summer boarding house. Like someone said to me, Father, Father, my movie stars, I was wondering where they were. And Queen Wilhelmina, how wonderful.
There's something more. Go and look further.
A diary? I've never had a diary. I've always longed for one. Oh, pencil, 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 pencil. I'm going down to the office to grab a pencil.
Oh, no.
But there's no one in the building now.
It doesn't matter. I don't want you to ever go beyond that door.
Never? Not even at nighttime when everyone is gone? Or on Sundays? Can't I go down and listen to the radio?
Never. I am sorry, Anna. No, you must never go beyond that door.
I see.
It'll be hard, I know. But always remember this, Anna. There are no walls, no locks, no bolts that anyone can put on your mind. Meep will bring us books. We'll read history, poetry, mythology. Here's your milk. As a matter of fact, Anna, between us, being here has certain advantages for you. For instance, do you remember the battle you had with your mother the other day on the subject of overshoes? You said you would rather die than wear your overshoes. But in the end, you had to wear them. Anna, you see, for as long as we are here, you will never have to wear overshoes. Isn't that good? And that coat that you inherited from Margot, you won't have to wear that. And the piano. You won't have to practice the piano. I tell you, this is going to be a fine life for you.
I thought I'd better get the food for Mushi before I...
Of course.
I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding, but I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to go outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the night that frightens me the most. Every time I hear a creak in the house or a step in the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that Meep and Mr. Caller are down there below us in the office. Our protectors, we call them. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out where they were hiding us. Him said that they would suffer the same fate that we would. Imagine, they know this, and yet they come up here. They're always cheerful and gay as if there were nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, 21st of August, 1942. Today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. The weather is...
It's safe. The last workman is left.
Whee! It's safe. Oh, I'm first for the WC.
6 o'clock, Mother. School is over.
No, Anna. I said I'm first.
Have you seen my shoes?
Your shoes?
You've taken them, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are going to be sorry!
Emma!
Wait till I get you!
I'm waiting! Don't Peter, stop! Stop it! Ouch! Peter, where are you going? Come dance with me!
I don't know how.
I'll teach you!
I'm going to give Mushi his dinner.
Can I what?
He doesn't like people around while he eats.
Peter, please!
No!
Anna, I think you shouldn't play like that with Peter. It's not dignified.
Who cares if it's dignified? I don't want to be dignified!
See, you complain that I don't treat you like a grown-up. But when I do, you resent it.
I only want some fun. Someone to laugh and clown at. After you've sat still all day and hardly moved, you've got to have some fun. I don't know what's the matter with that boy.
He isn't used to girls. Give him a little time.
Time? Is it 2 months' time? I could cry. Come on, Margaret. Dance with me. Come on, please.
I can't. I have to help with supper.
You know, we're going to forget how to dance, but figure it out. We won't remember a thing.
Next, there's Peter.
Very good.
He hasn't finished his lessons yet, has he? His father will kill him. Hello, Footy.
Hello.
Enjoying your coffee?
Yes.
That's nice. You going in the WC? It's nice in there.
Yes.
Take your time.
I will.
He hasn't finished his lessons yet, has he? His father will kill him if he finds him in there with that cat, and his work's not done. Get him out of there, will you?
Peter! Peter!
What is it?
Your mother says to come out.
I'm giving Mushi his dinner.
Peter, you know what your father says.
For heaven's sake, I haven't even looked at him since lunch.
I'm just telling you, that's all.
I'll feed him.
I don't want you in there.
Peter!
Then give him his dinner and come right out here.
Now is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Oh, Mother! For heaven's sake, will you please stop saying that?
Look at him, Flash, look at him.
Please, I'm not. Anyway, let me alone, will you?
He acts like it's something to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You have a little girlfriend.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So what? And you're 16. Just perfect. You know, your father's 10 years older than I am. I warn you, Mr. Frog. If the war lasts any longer, you and I are going to be related.
Mazel tov.
I wonder where Meep is. She's usually so prompt. It's all right. It's all right.
Good evening, everyone. Forgive me if I don't stay. I have a friend waiting for me in there. My friend, Tom. Tom Cat. Some people say that we look alike, but Tom has the most beautiful whiskers, and I only a little fuzz. I'm hoping in time.
All right, Mrs. Quack Quack.
Peter!
I heard about you. how you talked so much in class, they started calling you Mrs. Quack Quack. How Mr. Smitcher made you write a composition. Quack Quack, said Mrs. Quack Quack.
But go on, tell them the rest. I was so good that he read it out loud to the class and then read it to all his other classes.
Quack, 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 quack.
You're the most intolerable, insufferable boy I've ever met.
That's right, Annika, give it to him.
With all your I had to get locked up with one like you.
Quack, quack, quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
Anna, your hair. Oh, you're warm. Are you feeling all right?
Please, Mother.
You haven't a fever, have you?
No, no.
Anna, don't do that. You know we can't call a doctor here ever. So there's only one thing we can do. We must watch carefully. Prevent an illness before it comes. Now let me see your tongue.
Mother, this is perfectly absurd.
Anna, don't be such a baby. Let me see your tongue. Otto,
You hear your mother, Anna?
come on, open up. Well, you seem all right, but perhaps an aspirin.
For heaven's sakes, don't give that child any more pills. I waited for 15 minutes outside the WC for her
I
this
was
morning.
washing my hair.
I think there's nothing the matter with our Anna. Is that a ride on her bike or a visit with Joby the Wall wouldn't cure. Isn't that so, Anna?
Meat not come yet?
The workman just left.
The workman just left a little while ago.
What's for dinner tonight?
Beans.
Not again.
Poor Pooty, I know, but that's all that me brought us.
Beans! We are now in what is known as the bean cycle. Beans boiled, beans and casserole, beans with strings, and beans without strings.
I saw you in there playing with your cat.
He was only in there for a minute, putting his coat away. He's been out here the whole time doing his lessons.
You got an excellent in your history paper today, Anna. And very good in Latin.
How about algebra?
I'll have a confession to make. Up until now, I've managed to stay ahead of you in algebra. Today, you caught up with me. We'll leave it to Margot to correct.
Isn't algebra vile, Tim?
Vile.
How did I do?
Excellent, 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 excellent.
All right, Anna, that's enough. Out the kitchen, yeah?
Well, you should have used the subjunctive here.
Should I? I said, look here, it isn't just here.
Mrs. Van Daan, may I try on your coat?
No,
That's all right. But be careful with it. My father gave this to me a year before he died. He always bought me the best that money could buy.
Mrs. Van Daan, did you have lots of boyfriends before you were married?
Oh, Anna, that's a personal question. It's not courteous to ask personal questions.
Oh, I don't mind. When I was a girl,
Not
we
again.
Shut up! When I was a girl. Okay, so one summer we had a big house in Hilversum. The boys came buzzing around like bees around a jam pot. And when I was 16, we were wearing our skirts very short those days. I had good looking legs. I may not be as pretty as I used to be, but I still have my legs. How about it, Mr. Frog?
All right, all right. Here sees him.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Mr. Frog.
Mother, for heaven's sake.
Oh, I embarrass you, do I? Well, I just hope the girl you marry has as good. My father used to worry about me, with all the boys hanging around. But he used to tell me that when any of them get fresh, you say, remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
That's right. Thank you.
Look at you, talking that way in front of her. You know she's putting it all down in that diary.
So what if she does? I'm only telling the truth.
Peter, would you be kind enough to help me with supper? Thank you.
Now, just a minute. Haven't you finished your schoolwork yet?
No.
So,
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
All right, I'm a dunce. Hopeless case. Why do I go on?
You're not hopeless. Don't talk that way. It's just you haven't anyone to help you like the girls have. How about it, Mr. Frank? Will you help him?
I'm sure that his father.
Oh, no, not me. I can't do anything with him. He won't listen to me. You go ahead if you want.
Well, about it, Peter. What do you say we make our school co-educational?
Oh, you are an angel, Mr. Frank, an angel. I don't know why I didn't meet you before I met that one over there. Sit down, Mr. Frank.
Might be better for us to go to Peter's room.
That's right, Peter. You go in there. You listen to Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank is a highly educated man.
Shush! I can hear a man's voice talking.
Isn't it bad enough without your sprawling all over the place?
If you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Don't tell me you've used up all of your tobacco.
One package. Me only brought me one package.
It's a filthy habit anyway. It's a good time to break yourself.
Oh, stop it, please.
You're smoking up all of our money. You know that, don't you?
Will you shut up? And what are you staring at?
I never heard grown-ups quarrel before. Only such children quarrel.
This is not a quarrel. It's a discussion. And I never heard children so rude before.
I'm rude!
Anna, will you bring me my knitting? Thank you. Here is your milk. I must remember when Meep comes to ask her to bring me some more wool. I need some hairpins and some soap. I'll make a list, thank you. Have you some library books for Meep when she comes?
It's a wonder that Meep has a life of her own. The way we make her run errands for us. Please, Meep, get me some starch. Take my hair out and have it cut. Tell me all the latest news, Meep. Did you hear she's engaged? His name is Dirk, and news great that the Nazis are going to ship him up to Germany to work in one of their war plants. That's what they're doing with some of the young Dutchmen. They pick them up off the street.
Don't you ever get tired of talking? Suppose you were to try keeping still for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes.
Anna, finish your milk, yeah?
Talk, talk, talk. I never heard such a child. Where is my...
What are you looking for?
My pipe. Have you seen my pipe?
What good's a pipe? You haven't any tobacco.
At least I'll have something to hold in my mouth. Margaret, did you see my pipe?
It was on the table last night.
I know. Anna, did you see my pipe? Anna?
Anna, Mr. Van Daan is speaking to you.
Am I allowed to talk now?
You're the most aggravating little... The trouble with you, you know, is you've been spoiled. What you need is a good old-fashioned spanking.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
Why can't you be nice and quiet like your sister Margaret? Why do you always have to show off all the time? Let me give you a little advice, young lady. Men don't like that kind of thing in a girl, you know that? A man likes a girl who will listen to him once in a while. A domestic girl who will keep her house shining for her husband, who loves to cook and sew.
I cut my throat first. I open my veins. I'm going to Remarkable. I'm going to Paris to study music and art.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a famous dancer or singer or something wonderful.
Oh, Anna.
My beautiful fur coat my father gave me. It's ruined.
I'm so sorry. It was only a little.
What do you care? It's not yours. So go ahead, ruin it. Do you know how much this coat costs? Do you?
I'm very, very sorry.
I could kill you for this. Just kill you.
Now, Petronella, Mifia, come back. Oh, this supper. Come back.
Anna, you mustn't behave in that way.
It was an accident.
I mean the answering back. You must not answer back. They are our guests. We must always show the greatest courtesy to them. We are all living under terrible tension, and that's why we must control ourselves. You don't hear Margaret getting into arguments with them, do you? Watch Margaret. She's always courteous with them. Never familiar. She keeps her distance, and they respect her for it. Try to be like Margaret.
And have some walk all over me the way they do her. No thanks.
I'm not afraid that anyone's going to walk all over you, Anna. I'm afraid for other people that you will walk on them. I don't know what happens to you, Anna. You are wild, self-willed. If I had ever talked to my mother as you talk to me...
Things have changed. People aren't like that anymore. Yes, Mother. No, Mother. Anything you say, Mother. I've got to fight things out for myself. Make something of myself.
It isn't necessary to fight to do it. Margaret doesn't fight, and isn't she...
Margaret. That's all I hear from everyone. How wonderful Margaret is. Why aren't you more like Margaret?
Oh, come on, Anna, don't be so...
Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. I'm the goat around here. You're all against me, and you first of all.
Let's put the soup on the stove, yeah? If there's anyone who cares.
I care.
That's nice, Mr. Van Damme. Margaret, will you take the bread out? I don't know how we can go on living this way. I can't say a word to Anna. She flies at me.
You know, Anna, in half an hour she'll be out here laughing and joking.
Well, and I told your father it wouldn't work. But no, he had to ask him, he said. He owed it to him, he said. Well, he knows now that I was right. These quarrels, these bickerings. Every time I hear that sound, my heart stops. It's me.
Father Mix here.
Thank you, Margaret. We'll finish this later.
Have you everything you need?
Has everyone his list?
I'll get my books.
Here's the list. Thank you, Margaret.
Anna, Mix here.
Is it me?
Yes, Father sent out a letter in.
At last I'll have some tobacco.
I cannot tell you how unhappy I am about Mrs. Van Damme's fault. Anna should never have touched it.
She'll be all right.
But is there anything I can do?
Don't worry.
Mr. Crawler!
How are you, Mr. Crawler?
This is a surprise.
When Mr. Crawler comes, his sun begins to shine.
Meep is coming.
Not tonight.
Mr. Crawler has something to talk over with us. Something has happened, he says, which demands an immediate decision.
Well, what is it?
Usually, when I come up here, I try to bring a bit of good news. What is the point of telling you bad news when there's nothing you can do about it? But today, something has happened. Dirk, Meep's Dirk, you know, came to me just now. He says he has a Jewish friend living near him, a dentist. He said he's in trouble. He begged me. Is there anything I could do for this man? Would I find him a hiding place? So, I've come to you. I know it is a terrible thing to ask, living as you are, but would you take him in with you?
Of course we will.
It's only been for a day or two. This happened so suddenly I didn't know where to turn.
Where is he?
Downstairs in the office.
Bring him up.
His name is Dussel. Jan Dussel.
Dussel? I think I know him.
I'll get him.
Forgive me for speaking without consulting you. But I know you feel as I do.
There's no reason for you to consult anyone. It is your place. You have the right to do exactly as you please. The only thing I fear, there's so little food as it is, and to take in another person,
We can stretch the food a little. It's only for a couple of days.
you want to make a bet?
But I think it's fine to have him. But, Otto, where are we going to put him? Where?
He can have my bed. I can sleep on the floor. I wouldn't mind.
That's good of you, Peter. But your room is too small. Even for you.
I have a much better idea. I'd come in here with you and Mother, and Margaret can take Peter's room, and Peter can go into our room with Mr. Dussel.
We could do that.
No, Margaret. You mustn't sleep in that room. Either you or Anna. Now she's got rats in there. Peter's brave. He doesn't mind.
Then how about this? I'll come in here with you, Mother, and Mr. Dussel can have my bed.
No. No. Margaret will come in here with us, and he can have her bed. That's the only way. Margaret, bring your things in here, and help her, Anna.
Why, Margaret? Why can't I come in here?
Because it wouldn't be proper for Margaret to sleep with her. Please, Anna. Don't argue. Please.
You don't mind sharing a room with Mr. Dussel? Do you, Anna?
No, no, of course not.
Good. Where's the cognac?
It's upstairs. But Otto, I was saving it in case of illness.
I think we couldn't find a better time for it. Peter, will you get 5 glasses for me?
Yes, Mr. Funk.
Thank you, Peter.
We can use this tray, yeah?
What's happening? What's going on?
Someone's moving in with us.
In here?
You're joking.
It's only for a night or two until Mr. Crawler can find him another place to stay.
Yeah.
Come in, Mr. Dussel.
This is Mr. Frank.
Mr. Otto Frank?
Yes. Let me take your things.
Thank you.
Anna, careful, it's heavy. This is my wife, Edith.
Hello.
This is Mrs. Van Dam,
Mrs. Van Dam?
Mr. Van Dam.
Mr.
This is
Van
our
Dam?
son Peter.
Peter?
That is my daughter Margaret, and my daughter Anna.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you all. Mr. Dussel, I leave you in good hands.
Thank you.
Dirk's coat.
Oh, yes, of course. What can I say to thank you, Mr. Crawler?
Oh, Mr. Crawler and me are our lifeline. Without them, we couldn't live.
Please, please. You make us seem very heroic. It's not that at all. We simply don't like the Nazis.
Of course.
We don't like their methods. We don't like anything about them.
I know. No one's going to tell us Dutchmen what to do with our stupid Jews.
Of course. Don't pay me attention to Mr. Frank. I'll come up tomorrow to see that they're treating you right. Don't trouble to bolt the door after me. Peter will do it, won't you, Peter?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. I'll do it.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr.
Goodbye,
Frost.
Bye,
Mr.
Mr.
Goodbye,
Frost.
Mr. Frost. Take care of yourself, all right? Oh, please, Mr. Dussel, sit down. Sit down.
Thank you. I'm dreaming, I know it. I can't believe my eyes. Mr. Otto Frank, here. So you are not in Switzerland then? A woman told me she'd gone to your house, the door was open, and everything was in disorder. There were dishes in the sink, beds left unmade. She said she found a piece of paper in your wastebasket with an address scribbled on it. An address in Zurich. She said you must have escaped to Zurich.
Father put that there purposely, just so people would think that very thing.
And you have been here all this time.
All this time, ever since July.
Wow.
It worked, Ken. So I just hear that. Mr. Dussel says that people believe we escaped to Switzerland.
I'm glad. Let us have a little drink to welcome Mr. Dussel.
Here you are, Mr. Dussel.
To Mr. Dussel. Welcome. We're very honored to have you with us.
To Mr. Dussel, welcome.
Did Mr. Crawler warn you, Mr. Dussel, that you won't get much to eat here? You can imagine 3 ration books among the 7 of us, and you make 8.
Mr. Van Dam, you don't realize what is going on outside, that you should warn me of a thing like that. You don't realize what is happening. Right here in Amsterdam, every day, hundreds of Jews disappear. They surround the block and search house by house. Children come home from school to find their parents gone. Hundreds are being deported. People that you and I know, like the Hollensteins, the Wessels,
No.
they receive their call-up notice. Come to this Jewish theater on such and such a day, an hour. Bring only what you can carry in the rucksack. And if you refuse that call-up notice, then they come, drag you from your home, and ship you off to Mauthausen, the death camp.
We did not realize that things have gotten so much worse.
Forgive me for speaking so.
Do you know the balls? Do you know what has become of them? The Dr. Yopi and I were in the same class. Yopi's my best friend.
They are gone.
Gone?
This, all the others.
Oh no, not Yopi.
There were some people that live near us. The Wagners?
I think it would be better if we put this up till later. We all have many questions we want to ask. But I'm sure Mr. Dussel would like to get settled before supper.
Oh, yes, thank you, I would. I brought very little with me.
Sorry we cannot give you a room alone. I hope you won't be too uncomfortable. We've had to make strict rules here. A schedule of hours, if you will. We'll tell you after supper. Anna? Would you like to take Mr. Dussel to his room?
If you'll come with me, Mr. Dussel.
Forgive me if I haven't expressed my gratitude to all of you. This has all been such a shock to me. I had always thought of myself as Dutch. I was born in Holland. My father was born in Holland. And my grandfather. And now, after all these years, if you will excuse me.
Well, here we are.
the news sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? It's so different from what Mr. Crawler tells us. He says things are improving.
I like it better the way Crawler tells it.
You're going to be sharing this room with me.
I am a man who has always lived alone. I haven't had to adjust myself to others. I hope you will bear with me until I learn.
Let me help you. Do you always live alone? Have you no family at all?
No one.
How dreadful. You must be terribly lonely.
I'm used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Didn't you ever have a pet? A cat or a dog?
I have an allergy to fur-bearing animals. They give me asthma.
Oh dear, Hater has a cat.
Here? He has a cat here.
Yes, but we hardly ever see it. He keeps it in his room all the time. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Let us hope so.
Well, that's Margaret's bed where you're going to sleep. And I sleep there. We cleared this off for your things. The best part about this room is you can look down and see a bit of the street and canal. There's a houseboat. A bargeman lives in the family. They have a baby and he's just beginning to walk, and I'm so afraid he's going to fall into the canal someday. I watch him.
Your father spoke of a schedule.
Oh yes. It's mostly about the times that we have to be quiet and the times for the WC. You can use it now if you like.
No, thank you.
I suppose you think it's awful, my talking about things like that. But you don't know how important it can be, especially when you're frightened. About this room, the way Margaret and I did, she had it herself in the afternoons for reading, studying, lessons, you know. And I took it in the mornings. Would that be all right with you?
I'm not at my best in the mornings.
You take the mornings then. I'll take the room in the afternoons.
Tell me, when you are in here, what happens to me? Where am I spending my time? In there with all the people?
Yes.
I see.
We have supper at 6:30.
Well then, if you don't mind, I like to lie down quietly for 10 minutes before eating. I find it helps with the digestion.
Of course. I hope I won't be too much of a bother to you. I seem to be able to get everyone else's back up.
I always get on well with children. My patients all bring their children to me because they know I get on well with them, so don't you worry about that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dussel.
And yesterday, I finished Sissy Van Markdevel's latest book. I think she is a first-class writer. I shall definitely let my children read her. Monday, the 21st of September, 1942. Mr. Dussel and I had another battle yesterday. Yes, Mr. Dussel. According to him, nothing, I repeat, nothing is right about me. My appearance, my character, my manners, but he was going on at me, I thought. Sometime I'll give you such a smack that you'll fly right up to the ceiling. Why is it that every grown-up thinks he knows the way to bring up children? Particularly the grown-ups that never had any. I keep wishing Pedro was a girl instead of a boy. Then I would have someone to talk to. Margaret's a darling, but she takes everything too seriously. To pause for a moment on the subject of Mrs. Van Zandt. I must tell you, her attempts to flirt with father are getting her nowhere. Then, thank goodness she won't play.
Please, Mr. Dust, will you be kind enough to turn on the lights?
Something must be done about that child, Mrs. Frank. Yelling like that. Who knows but there was somebody on the street. She is endangering all of our lives.
All right.
Every night she twists and she turns. I don't sleep. I spend half my night shushing her. Now it's nightmares.
You're here safe. You see, nothing has happened. Oh, please, Mr. Dussel, go back to bed. She'll be herself in a minute or two, won't you, Anna?
Thank you, but I'm going to the WC. It's the one place where there's any peace these days.
But Daisy, what is happening?
A nightmare. She was having a nightmare.
I thought someone was murdering her.
Unfortunately, no.
Thank you, Peter. You can go to bed.
Now, Anna, would you like some water? Or was it a very bad dream? Perhaps if you told me.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Poor dog. Try to sleep then, all right? I'll sit right here beside you until you fall asleep.
You don't have to.
Oh, but I'd like to stay with you. Very much, really.
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, good night then. You're sure you're all right? There's nothing that you want?
Will you please ask Father to come?
Of course, Anna. She wants you.
Edith.
It's all right. I thank God that at least she will turn to you when she needs comfort.
Please.
No, just go to her, Otto. She is still shaking with fear. Please go to her. She wants nothing of me. She pulled away when I leaned out to kiss her.
You heard, Father. It's a phase. Most girls go through it when they give all their love to their fathers at his age.
You weren't like this, Margaret. You didn't shut me out.
She'll get over it, Mother. She'll get over it.
Oh, Pim. I dreamed they came to get us. The Green Police. They broke out the door and grabbed me and started to drag me out to Wizard Yopi.
I want you to take this pill.
What is it?
Something to quiet you. You want me to read to you for a while?
No. Just sit with me for a minute. Was I awful? Did they yell terribly loud? Do you think anyone outside could have heard?
Sit quietly now. Try to relax.
I'm a terrible coward. I'm so disappointed in myself. I think I've conquered my fear. I think I'm really grown up. And then something happens, and I burst you like a baby. I love you, Father. I don't love anyone but you.
Anna.
It's true. I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're the only one that I love.
I am glad to hear you tell me that you love me. But Anna, I'd be much happier if you said you loved your mother as well. She needs your help so much. Your love.
We have nothing in common. She doesn't understand me. Whenever I try to explain my views on life to her, she asks me if I'm constipated.
You hurt her very much just now, Anna. She's crying. Annika, she's in there crying.
I can't help it. I only told her the truth. I didn't want her here. Oh, Pim, was horrible, wasn't I? And the worst of it is, I can stand up and look at myself doing it and know that it's wrong, and yet I can't stop doing it. What's the matter with me? Tell me. Don't just say it to face. Help me.
There's so little that we parents can do to help our children. We can only try to set a good example. Point the way. The rest you must do yourself. Annika, you must build your own character.
I'm trying. I really am. Every night before I go to sleep, I look back over all the things I did that day that were wrong. Like putting that mop in Mr. Dussel's bed, and now this thing with Mother. I say to myself that that was wrong. I make up my mind I'm never going to do this again. Never. Of course, I may do something worse, but at least I'll never do that again. I have a nicer side, Father. A sweeter, nicer side. But I'm scared to show it. I'm afraid that people will laugh at me if I'm serious. And the mean hand comes to the outside, and the good hand stays on the inside. I'm trying to switch them and have the good hand on the outside, and the bad hand on the inside. And be what I like to be.
The air raids are getting worse. They come over day and night. The noise is terrifying. Pip says it should be music to our ears. The more planes, the sooner will come the end of the war. Mrs. Van Daan pretends to be a fatalist. What will be, will be. But when the planes come over, who was the most frightened? No one else but Petronella. Monday, the 9th of November, 1942. Wonderful news. The Allies have landed in Africa. Pim says that we can look for an early finish to the war. Just for fun, he asked each of us what was the first thing we wanted to do when we got out of here. Mrs. Van Daan longs to be home with her own things. Her needlepoint chairs, the Bechstein piano her father gave her, the best that money could buy. Peter would like to go to a movie. Mr. Dussel wants to get back in his dentist still. He's afraid he's losing his touch. For myself, there are so many things. To ride a bike again, to laugh until my belly aches, to have new clothes from the skin out, to have a hot tub filled to overflowing and wallow in it for hours, to be back in school with my friends.
Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with thy commandments and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah lights. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has wrought wondrous deliverances for our fathers in days of old. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast given us life and sustenance and brought us to this happy season. Amen.
Amen.
We kindle this Hanukkah light to celebrate the great and wonderful deeds brought through the zeal which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifference, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights remind us that we should ever look to God, whence cometh our help. Amen.
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 I lift mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall guard thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. Amen.
Amen.
That was very moving. Thank you.
It isn't over yet.
Sit down, sit down.
There's lots more songs and presents.
Presents?
Oh, well, not this year, unfortunately. But every year in Hanukkah, everyone gets presents, everyone.
Like our St. Nicholas Day.
No, not quite. Not like St. Nicholas Day. What kind of Jew are you to not know Hanukkah?
Well, I remember particularly the candles. First one as you have tonight. Then the second night you light 2. The next night 3, and so on until you have 8 candles burning. When there are 8 candles, it is truly beautiful.
And the potato pancakes.
Don't talk about them.
I make the best latkes you ever tasted.
Well, invite us all next year, in your own home.
God willing.
God willing.
What I remember best is the presents we used to get when we were little. 8 days of presents, and each day they got better and better.
Well, we are all here alive, and that is presents enough.
No, it isn't. I've got something.
What is it,
What's she
Anna?
going to do now? Oh, I bet it's going to be another one of her tricks again.
I never know anything about anything she is doing.
Presents.
L'chaim!
Oh, L'chaim. Thank you, Anna.
What has she got on her head?
A lampshade.
Oh, yeah. Every which way. For Margaret, read it out loud.
You have never lost your temper. You never will, I fear. You are so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here. No crossword puzzle book. Wherever did you get it, Anna?
It isn't new. It's one that you've done. But I wrote it all out, and if you wait a little and forget, you could do it all over again.
It's wonderful, and you never know it wasn't you. Thank you.
Let me see that. For Mrs. Van Daan.
Oh, this is awful. I haven't anything for anyone. I never thought.
This is all Anna's idea.
What is it?
It's hair shampoo. I took all the odds and ends of soap and mixed it with the last of my toilet water.
Oh, Annika, thank you.
I wanted to write a poem for all of them, but I didn't have time. Yours, Mr. Van Daan, is really something. Something you'd want more than anything.
What?
Look, tobacco.
Tobacco!
Yes, Pim found some old pipe tobacco. It's a pocket lining of your coat. And we put it in there. Or rather, Pim did.
Happy Hanukkah.
Let me see. Why, light it, Pooty, light it.
It's tobacco. Really, 'tis. There's a little fluff in it, but not much.
Gesundheit, Mr. Van der Hand.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
For murder, Hanukkah greeting.
Here is an IOU that I promise to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say. Signed on the franc. Thank you, Anna.
10 hours of doing what you're told. Anything you're told.
That's right.
You wouldn't want to sell that, Mrs. Frank.
Oh. Never. This is the most precious gift I've ever received.
Let's see.
For Pim,
Anna, I wasn't supposed to get a present.
it's a muffler to put around your neck, like an ascot. I made it myself out of odds and ends. I knitted it into dock each night after I went to bed. I am afraid it looks better in the dark.
Hanukkah, it's fine. It fits me perfectly. Thank you.
For Mushi,
On behalf of Mushi, I thank you.
Now pay.
and this is yours from Mrs. Quack Quack. Well, open it. Aren't you going to open it?
I'm scared to. I know something's going to jump out and hit me.
No, it's nothing like that, really.
Go on, Peter,
Go on,
show
Peter.
us.
It's a safety razor.
A what?
A razor.
You didn't make that out of odds and ends.
We've got it for me. It isn't new, it's second hand. But you do really need a razor now.
For that?
Look at his upper lip. You can see the beginning of a mustache.
He wants to get rid of that? Put a little milk on it and let that cat of yours
You
lick
think
it
you're
off.
funny, don't you?
Look, he can't wait. He's going in to try it.
I'm going to give Mushi his present.
Yeah.
Mushy, mushy, mushy.
And last, but never least, my roommate, Mr. Dussel.
For me? You have something for me.
I made them myself.
Capsules. 2 capsules.
They're earplugs.
Earplugs?
Yes, so you won't hear me when I thrash around at night. I saw them advertised in a magazine. They're not real ones. I made them out of cotton and candlebacks. Try them, see if they don't work. See if you can hear me talk.
Wait a minute until I get them in, so.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Oh, goodness gracious, Hannah! Oh, they've gone inside. I can't get them out. Thank you, Anna.
And now let's have the Hanukkah song, Father. Have you ever heard the Hanukkah song, Mr. Dussel? The song is the whole thing.
I think we shouldn't sing that song tonight. It's a song of jubilation, of rejoicing. One is apt to become too enthusiastic.
Oh, please, please, I promise not to shout.
Very well.
You! How many times I told you? Out with that cat!
Get that cat out of here!
Cat,
Get out!
Will you hurt me? Get it out of here!
I have no cat!
It doesn't have to be the cat. His clothes are enough. Every time he comes out of that room.
Don't worry, you won't be bothered by it anymore. We are getting rid of it.
Aha! At last you listen to me.
I'm not doing it for you. That's in your mind. All of it. I'm doing it because I'm sick of seeing that cat eating all of our food.
That's not true. I only give him bones.
Don't
and
tell
scraps.
me he gets fatter every day. That cat looks better than any of us. Out he goes tonight.
No. No.
Mr. Van Dam, you can't do that. That's Peter's cat. Peter loves that cat.
If he goes, I go.
Go.
You're not going, and that cat's not going. What's the matter with all of you? This is Hanukkah. Hanukkah. This is the time to celebrate. Come on, Hanukkah, let's have this on.
Oh, Hanukkah, oh, Hanukkah.
At least we can blow out the candles first. That way we'll have something for tomorrow night.
But, Father, you're supposed to let them burn themselves out.
I'm sure that God understands shortages. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has sustained us and permitted us to celebrate this joyous festival. Amen.
No, I think they've gone.
It's the Green Police, they found us.
If they had, they wouldn't have left.
I know it was the Green Police, they'll be back. Quick, do something.
Or it may have been Gestapo looking for papers.
Or a thief looking for money.
Do something, quickly, I tell you, do something before they come back. Quickly, do something. Oh no! Oh no! Someone get the bottle, quickly, please.
No, nobody's going to find Potter. If they found us, they found us. Get the bottle. I'm going down.
No, no, Father, don't go down there by this trap. Someone may be waiting.
This is Saturday. There's no way for us to know what has happened until me or Mr. Collar come Monday morning. We cannot live with that uncertainty.
Don't go, Father.
Margaret.
Margaret, come close.
Woody, where's our money? Get your money. I knew you could buy the Green Police off the one ahead. Quickly, do something. Do you want them to take you to the concentration camp? You want to wait for them and wait for them to take you? Do something, I tell you.
Someone go to Father, make him come back.
I'll go.
No, haven't you tried?
Peter, please, Mr. Van Dam, get Father.
I lift mine eyes into the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth.
It was a thief. That noise must have scared him away.
Thank God.
He took the cash box and the radio. He left in such a hurry he didn't stop to strike the street door. It was swinging wide open. Now I think it would be good if we had some light.
Are you sure they're right, Father?
The danger has passed. Don't be so terrified.
Who says the danger has passed? Don't you realize we are in greater danger than ever?
Mr. Dussel, will you be still?
Thanks to that clumsy fool, there's someone now who knows we are here. Someone now knows we are up here hiding.
Someone knows we are up here, yes. But who is that someone? A thief. You think that thief is going to go to the Green Police and say, I was robbing this place the other night and I heard a noise up over my head? You think a thief would do that?
Yes, I think he will.
You're crazy.
I think one day he will be caught and he'll make a bargain with the Green Police. If they let him off, he will tell them where some Jews are hiding.
He's right.
Let's get out of here. We can't stay here now. Let's go.
Go? Where?
Yes, where?
Have we lost all faith? All courage? A moment ago, we thought they'd come for us. We thought it was the end. But it wasn't the end. We are all alive. We are safe.
We thank thee, O Lord our God, that in thy infinite mercies thou hast again seen fit to spare us. Come on, Anna, let's have the song. It's the Hanukkah song.
Tomorrow may bring. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah songs that we sing. Hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah songs that we sing.
There will now be a 15-minute intermission.